How do I control my contrast better?
So is the premise that you're starting from that contrast is good or bad?
Good. It's really intense for me. So is my alignment.
So if the contrast is intense, it means you are giving nearly equal airtime to wanted and unwanted, or to new and current. And we can tell you specifically, it's your attention to what is that's holding the not wanted end of the contrast in such steady place.
Okay.
You've been an objective person for a very long time, weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses. You are an evaluator more than you are a feeler, which means you are a thinker more than you are a feeler.
Okay.
Well, thinking is good because focus is good, but just find the subtle difference between focusing feelings and focusing thoughts. Just for a little while, let the feeling be the thought that you're focused upon. Do you hear that? It's a subtle distinction, but it's really a powerful tool. I care about how I feel. So now ask the question again. How can I control contrast? So let's be more specific in that question. How can I narrow the gap between what I want and where I stand? Isn't that what you're saying? How can I control contrast? How can I pull this end of it in so it's closer? Because when the contrast is really extreme, oh, your ups and downs are really strong. And when you're not feeling good, you're really not feeling good. And when you're feeling good, you're feeling really good. That's why they give you the label of manic depressive.
Yeah.
Or bipolar. In other words,
Very manic.
that's what that all is about. By closing that gap, which means less airtime to that, less airtime to that, more to this, less airtime to unwanted, more time to wanted, so that you still have contrast. You see, contrast between really wanting something and sort of kind of believing it is way better than contrast between wanting something and doubting it. And so you close that gap by, or you control contrast by closing that gap, and you close that gap by focusing more upon what you want, and by practicing thoughts that feel good, and by not trying so hard, and by giving yourself the benefit of the doubt more, and by taking more naps when you don't feel good, and by not pushing through. Esther was visiting with some people that she cares very much about recently, and they were talking about what they say to their children. And one was saying, well, I just tell my kids when they feel like they just have no more to give to just dig deeper. I just say, push through. And their mother said, I say, oh, never mind, or just let it go, or take a nap, or. Not so much struggle will diminish the contrast. You see, do you accept that there's a vortex that's powerful in calling you?
Yes.
And do you understand that if you were just looking there would be no contrast?
Oh.
So where are you looking instead of there? Here, where I am. Well, here is hindering there. What is slows what's coming down, because you can't allow what's coming if you're focusing on what is. You get that? So all those people have been saying, give me your attention. And we would say, oh, you don't feel that good. I don't think I'm going to give my attention to you. Or if they feel good, then give them your attention. Because there are things in the now that are a vibrational match to where you're going. You can feel it when you find them. Good feeling things in your now are a match to the good feeling things where you're going. So it's just the key again is caring about how you feel and focusing.
And I do my 17 seconds and I do my 68 seconds, and I have a group on Facebook and we share good stuff all day. I feel like I'm doing it all day. And I'm mostly feeling good though. I'm mostly feeling good.
Sharing good stuff is such a pain.
No, I'm feeling really good, but then when it...
So what you're saying is, I feel like I'm doing it, I'm just not getting the results. Or the more I tune to good stuff, the worse the bad stuff feels. Is that what you said? Is that what she said?
I'm wondering about that.
Is that what she said? Is
that was the question. Like, as it gets so much better, are the downs worse?
Only if you go there. In other words, yes, your desires, this is the most significant law in the universe. Every subject is two subjects, wanted and absence of wanted. and that to the degree that you want it, the absence of it is proportionate.
Okay.
So if you really, really want something and you're focusing upon its absence, it feels really, really bad. If you sort of want it and you focus on its absence, it feels sort of bad. So what you're really saying is, I'm really parlaying my desires into stronger and stronger momentum, and when I don't go there, it feels bad. It's the same subject of when I go 100 miles an hour and I slam into a tree, it's a bigger problem than when I go 5 miles an hour and I slam into a tree. And so that's why you want more control, because you're going faster.
Okay.
That's what this whole conversation is about. Abraham, I'm moving so fast. I've launched so many rockets. I spend so much time going there that I just can't look in opposition to who I am without feeling bad.
Yeah.
So Abraham, could you please stop the universe as it exists and change all the rules for me so that I can just sloppily focus willy-nilly, because I'm really causing myself a lot of grief with my desire. No, we can't.
Oh, okay.
You got that, didn't you?
I got that.